Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Spirit Hunters Infinite Horde. This is another mine showcase, uh, part of the New Beginning series as well, as we are still wrapping that up. But I mean, it's pretty much wrapped. I mean, for real, we're doing showcases and things. Bone will get back soon. I hate these skeletons. But we are doing the mine showcase. We just don't have 2 damage. It's 2 damage. When you level up, you get 4. It's not that important. So we're missing 2 damage there. We have the others completely filled up. Yesterday, I did a showcase on Conrad with his 377 health, his 2 damage mitigation, and his 50% bigger mines. It was a thing of glory. But today, we have 30% cooldown reduction. That's huge. We are going to be dropping mines so fast. That is, I just can't wait to see it. We have 104 health, but our speed is significantly better. So we shall see how that goes. It's going to be a lot more dodging versus just, hey, there's an enemy there. It doesn't matter. Let's just truck on through. It's fine. With our 30% movement speed increase, we should be pretty good at running. Now, the real key here is I also got the 30% move speed for monsters and the hero on the Desert Ruins. So this is going to be very quick. The monsters are going to be super fast, but so will we. I mean, this is basically as quick as you can get. Oh, thought he was thoroughly in there, but was not. As you can see, we're already in a pretty good speed. These skeletons do fairly decent damage right off the bat. We're already at 2.2 seconds, basically, which is great. We're going to just make a little piles of mines, protect us while we get settled. Now we're gonna get our little weapons if we don't have a mine upgrade. We are looking. Well, I'm definitely re-rolling that one, and I'm definitely gonna re-roll this one. And okay, we at least got a mine. You need to get Grand Hex fast. If you do not know, and I cannot stress this enough, once you have 3 weapons, do whatever you can, ideally, to get a 4th. It is by far the best option for you because it will drastically increase your power, first of all. A new weapon is far more power than anything else. And it also will reduce the number of options per level up because you have adding 3, but there are 10 weapons in the game. So you're actually reducing the number of options by taking that. Now, unfortunately for us, it doesn't really matter. Look how fast these things are coming in. But we got speed on our side, and there is a shop here, which, yay, a shop. Not going to help us in the slightest. And what's also not going to help us are these level ups. I don't have any money. I should be looking to find it, but now we have a boss, so let's start dropping the mines right on them. Again, we are using other weapons as a support. Ideally speaking, we will not be using them. One thing I will like to note, very cool on the Discord. Awesome on the Discord. The devs have shown a little screenshot of the hitboxes. And essentially, let me see if I can pause this in a good spot. So if this enemy is here, paused right now, this rightmost bee, fly, wasp thing, the circle would probably go out to about like here for the hitbox. And in the new video, it's a lot closer to the shadow. It would be just a little bit beyond the shadow. So it should actually be a lot easier come the next patch to weave in and out of enemies and be a lot safer. So let's get our AoE. AoE is great, but again, just like Conrad, we focus on AoE first with Conrad. So this character, ideally speaking, I want to focus on cooldown. Go with your strengths. It's what the bread and butter is of the character, so just use it for what it is. Now, this guy has a massive amount of health, so I definitely did not care that he was getting hit by the shurikens too. And now we're starting to get some AoE. So the more AoE we get, the much better position we will be in, because we can just sort of jump in, drop a mine, kill everything, run away. And that's sort of going to be our goal. We're going to be sort of a hit-and-run tactics here. but we do have a lot of swarms coming, so we need to get our mine cooldown to a place where we are pretty good. I would have loved getting this right away on on Conrad, my run. I did get that big text at the end. Unfortunately, it was literally at the end. But you can see it. Look how fast we are. Experience can't even keep up. It can just keep up. It is just enough to keep up. But that is what's hilarious. It actually does help a lot on this map. These enemies here, the shell spawning creatures, shell hives, I don't know their name, unfortunately. But they will continuously spawn. But you can, once they are done with their spawning, you can sort of just off-screen them and then they're kind of gone. You know, I mean, you can obviously just kill them and they're gone too. But it's just a nice little thing that you can sort of do once you get used to things. As you notice, there were some of them over there. They're not there anymore. So we don't have to deal with nearly as many spawning things. Now we do have to deal with the waves coming in, which is another story entirely. But, you know, one thing at a time. I do want to get this chest. We're going to save our money. Hopefully be able to buy a pet, but at the same time, we might also be buying hearts. Hearts are not a bad thing to buy. There is no shame whatsoever in buying hearts. Don't ever think that, you know, oh god, I have to buy hearts, you know, I'm doing something wrong. Honestly, you might be doing something more right. Because if you're buying hearts, you're using your life. Life is a resource. So, as you can see, I mean, I'm getting hit. I'm not, again, that shop will have hearts. And if it doesn't, well then, you know, all of this is going to be poor. But I have faith in the shop. We have a pet here. Do we want to get the pet first? No. Let's actually get the shop first. The reason for that is if we get a pet that we do like that, which we can't afford, but say it was Slyther or something like that, we could still afford Slyther, then we could upgrade him potentially. So I'm perfectly fine with that. Let's get our couple of hearts. Not too many, but you know what? Just enough. And we can start laying some mines here. Now, we're getting our size increases going. That boss died over there, I believe, to the dot from the mines. So, you know, things are going. We're getting our cooldown to the place that we want it to be. We're getting more pets than Conrad had, I believe, at the end. So that's fantastic. I do want big techs. The dot damage would be nice, but as with anything, I do truly believe in the Hardy, especially in challenge runs. I wouldn't even say no to Conrad, because I am terrified to die. Terrified. That being said, one thing, I say that being said a lot, and I apologize. It's just, I guess, a bad habit. But one thing to definitely note is that one bad thing that we are going to come to with our super speedy mines, we're not even there yet, you know, is we're actually going to get to the place where we're putting down the maximum amount of mines. As you can see, we already have 3 mines down, and I believe our maximum amount is only 5. It's not that high. So we actually will have to deal with maximum mines. Now, this character not only can handle that well, or get to that point, because you're so fast you put down all your mines. As you can see, all my mines were down. Could not drop any more. But mines, as soon as they're off-screen, disappear. So off-screen, boom, we can start putting them down again. So that is actually a beautiful thing with this character, in that, hey, you got too many mines down, just sort of head in a direction, and it won't matter. Conrad, there is really no hope there for doing that. And look at the mines do the work. Oh, that boss did not know what was coming. But we are definitely putting our mines down a little too quickly. I don't know how this boss is going to be, by the way. This boss is very, very scary to me. The final boss, that is. Because, I mean, it's a boss with ads, so we definitely will have to handle not only the boss, but the ads. And will we be able to do that and get our shurikens through to kill the boss? I don't know. It's a charging boss, though, so we should have the speed to avoid the charges, at least. That is if I can pay attention. Not that I don't pay attention, you know. Oh, so there we go. I want to do a little reset. I want to have some more mines. Unfortunately, look at how fast we put them down. We put them down so quick. And we're not even maxed yet. Art already faster than Conrad was putting them down at max level. So, oh, we are maxed. Haha! I pay attention. All right, that's fine. Let's just get some bigger explosions then. The one thing that I do know is the mines, even though Conrad has, I believe, a 50% explosion radius, it does not appear that Conrad necessarily has. We're going to avoid that for now. And let us see. Keep going with that. Perfect. Get a heart or two. Let's just focus on not dying for a little bit. We got a heart over here. Got a heart or two up here. Much, much, much better. So this is part of the one thing that Maxine will have to do. Conrad in that previous position would have been loving it. Just sucking up all the experience of everything. Just running to him and dying. Whereas Maxine's kind of like, you know what? I'm going to take a bit of a breather. I'm going to start dropping mines in the circle someplace else. And yeah, we're gonna just worry about our butt here. So definitely a much different play style, but that's the beauty of it. Literally the exact same build as the previous one. Same level of power, in essence. I mean, we're not exactly maxed yet. We're at level 30. But realistically, I mean, at this point in the game, not even halfway through at level 30 on the mines, we're going to get to 41. We'll have the same quote-unquote level of power. I mean, the only difference is the fact that Maxine has certain skills and ability that Conrad does not, and Conrad has ones that she does not. So, blow up some stuff. I think I heard Hardy do a thing, but I was moving way too fast. Can't drop any mines, though. That, again, that is the danger. That is, I think, the biggest danger that we're going to have is I want to be moving, dropping mines, but I'm putting them down so fast that I just have these pockets of mines that aren't actually helping me attack. And it's weird to say mines for attack, but that's exactly what we have. We have our offensive mines, and like right now, there's essentially whenever one gets popped, I put down a new one instantly. So I need to get them off the screen. And boom, now we can start filling this area up just a bit. We got this chest, which is fantastic. We're getting surrounded. It doesn't matter because these mines are just going to blow them all up. So perfectly fine there. And yeah, we have a lot of things going on all at the same time. Get our AoE size up even more. That is perfect. AoE size is what's going to save our life. And at this point, look at that. I mean, handling a surround like that with mines, whew, that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I was a little worried that we would go down to like 15 or 20 health or something there. But no, we were able to handle it, get a little path of escape. And with that path of escape, we're now, just flying on a broom, chilling. Can't complain at all. We did get this boss. I want to kill the boss before we head to the, or get this chest and this next boss before we head to the shop. Because, if we essentially fill up, which doesn't look like we are, we're not going to fill up, but we'll get a couple of hearts here. And there you go. Let's hit the shop, grab that, grab some big techs, because we want things to be all the bigger. Could have gone for crit there, probably should have gone for crit. Just sort of wasn't thinking. And this charging boss, just bouncing around. Look at that! Just bounce between mine to mine to mine to mine to dead. Oh, it's just a beautiful thing. I will say this is taking a lot more focus for me than Conrad's. Conrad's was definitely just, there's enemies, walk literally into them. I mean, I wasn't even trying to avoid getting hit. I was just like, there they are, let's go, get on in there, you can do it. Where here I'm definitely trying to be a little bit more dodge and weavy, get in the little holes, use the explosions, create a little gap. But at the same time, again, we want to go back for the experience, and that's what makes it hard. Because, again, Conrad was just, hey, I'm here. Period. I'm picking it up. Maxine is just, I am all over the place. As you can tell, full health. Midway through, we've killed every mini boss. Help of our side weapons. There's a couple levels on Grand Hex. I think Bone might have one. So it's not terrible. Could be worse, could be better, but yeah. And our shuriken should get there for the final boss as well. Look at that Grand Hex. You're doing a great job there. Always hitting where there's nothing left. But I may speak ill of Grand Hex, though. It is actually one of my favorite weapons now. It just does so much damage, and if you do focus on it as a weapon, it's so large, and while it is not fast, it's one of those things that's fast enough. If it's happening every 1.6 seconds or what have you, that's fast enough for the size that it is. A little bit bigger would be nice. Again, being able to control it, it explodes where your mouse is, so you could almost essentially have it always on your character or something. Would be amazing. Oh, Hardy, do your thing. Yeah. But yeah. I'm a fan. We just need some of these mines to blow up so we can use them aggressively. I think that's actually not the worst part. It's just, because we are limited to the number of mines, once you're capped, and it's not that hard to get capped, and you put one down as soon as one blows up, and one will also blow things away from your other ones if they're sort of in a group, it's very hard to sort of get into a position where you can freely be dropping bombs or mines wherever you want for an escape route or something like that. And again, don't use mines this way. It's silly. This is a silly thing. But, silly is fun sometimes. This is definitely okay. I need to get back to actually not dying. Ooh. This is actually beautiful for the mines, though. This is actually a good showcase for what the speed does, where we literally can just go in a tiny little circle here, and we're just dropping them right on top of each other, and they're gonna explode, which is beautiful. Haven't gotten hit in a little while. As you can see, even the fast tornadoes. Now, we're not killing huge groups. Again, the radius is nowhere near what Conrad's was. It is what it is. But because we're dropping so many, literally, we can create these nice areas of safety. So, for the final boss, I'm not necessarily going to worry about, assuming I make it to the final boss, I'm not necessarily going to worry about the placement. I'm not going to be like, oh my god, I'm going to try and just kill him with mines. I am going to actively say, get my shurikens on the boss, try and end it, because, I have no idea what state I'll be in, first of all. As of right now, it's not looking so hot. And not to mention just the fact that there's going to be a lot of things going on. There's going to be a lot of enemies coming in. It's just what they do. Perfectly fine. To be expected. But, yeah. Can't necessarily deal with the purple scarabs. Again, the mines will quote-unquote deal with them. But will it be what exactly we need? I don't know. And we did hit 41, which is amazing. I am thrilled by that. So let's try and get some more shuriken. Cooldown. For those that do not know, for the Shadow Shuriken, cooldown is sort of actually the trick. It is a deceptive talent. I actually think it's the worst one out of all of them, all of the cooldowns in the game. Don't get me wrong, it is nice because it does start your flinging faster, which is great. You want to start that as fast as possible. You're retargeting and things like that. But at the same time, it doesn't actually affect how fast you fling. That is the number. You always fling your number in a certain duration. Cooldown is just how soon you start up again. So because of that, cooldown itself doesn't matter too much because it's basically you have a second and a half between throws. Or so. 2 seconds between you stop and start again, right? Getting rid of that is nice, but think of cooldown for other weapons. If you go to cooldown for cleave, you are, going from 1.8 to 0.3. Your cooldown is so much more impactful. We did make it to the boss. We can't drop any more mines, which is bad. There we go. Now we're dropping some mines. Took a hit. This is actually really, really bad. So we're going to make a little mine pile, have him charge into it, and shoot him with shurikens. Now we have to start moving. Took a hit. Got a heart, which is perfect. Let's keep this mine pile going. Get to the side. We have the speed. We have the damage. We have the boss killed. I'll take it. He was getting it by the mines. I'm going to say he died to the dot. It hit him in between one of the shurikens. I'm going to count that as a victory. So yes. Too many mines? Probably. Thankfully, Maxine was able to handle it. The cat guided us to victory. So, I'm pleasantly surprised. I say pleasantly surprised, I mean, that was definitely harder than expected, but at the same time, definitely doable. So if you do want to have a fun little run, do try a mine run. Again, I did not go for vines or orbital fire, so the dots would not stack. I mean, orbital fire kind of already does what mines do, is just a protection around you, so it's hard to use mines aggressively with that. Same thing with vines to a degree, but far lesser, because you can wait till vines are down and then go quote-unquote attack with your mines. So I would say avoid those. Avoid the starter weapons in general. Cleave, spear, and arrow are definitely clearing abilities. Arrow is also a boss killer, which is great. So definitely stay away from the more cleary abilities. Grand Hex, if you keep it low, it does do AoE damage, but it's, it can be so far away from you, it can have so little impact. I think that's a good one. Same thing with Bone Shot. Again, it's just to the north and south of you, and it's every second or so, and it's just a tiny bit of damage. So I think that's a good one to add. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for checking this out. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 all that stuff. I do appreciate it. It does help. So thank you very much there. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Hopefully the patch will be out, though. I would love to see some Magnus action, and some Ice Ring, and some hardcore mode. So we will check that out soon, though. Fingers crossed it's coming this weekend. Take care, and have a wonderful day.